Grand Final! Best of 3 series here at the Grand Final. It is qualification tournament number 9 out of 10. And for the first time, Chili Mountain is participating with a stacked lineup, and yep, there's Bergholt. Okay, we asked in previous rounds if Mena is now all of a sudden the main part of the team, or if it's Bergholt, because initially Bergholt was listed, and I talked about this a bit, but now that we are seeing Bergholt taking the place of Mena, I think it's pretty clear that he's the stable 5th player of the team, and Mena is subbing in whenever he's needed, or at least that seems to be the arrangement. But the lineup is stacked, of course, either way. You have Macke, Breeze, Bergholt, Whoopi, and Smexy playing for Chili Mountain. And this is the first tournament that Chili Mountain participates in. So for them, they need to do well. They already did way better than a lot of people expected, considering that they also admitted from the beginning that they couldn't play for the last couple of weeks as much as they would have liked to, because players were on vacation, the team just newly formed. So they have a lot of experience in the game, they know how to play, and they know how to play with each other. But it's different than when you are like the Hardos or Team WoW that play every single week, multiple times in tournaments like this one. So them making it to the Grand Final is already a huge accomplishment, and at the least secures 7 points for the leaderboard for them. Now those 7 points are not qualifying them for the playoffs. They need more. So if they win against the red team, that would be fantastic. That would get them a long way to that goal. Or of course in the 10th qualifier, they would still have to participate there, do well, and then they would be qualified too. But their run for the playoffs, it's a tricky one. So let's see if they can pull it off. We got Breeze on Anubarak and Smexy on Stukov, whereas Team WoW, the current top team in the X-Cup Summer, is starting things off with Genji, played by Ultralisk. Now, I talked in one of the earlier games on Braxis a bit about how important it is that you have very mobile heroes here. We oftentimes see Karazim, Anubarak, Genji, Junkrat, in this case Ban, Brightwing. Any hero that is good at just going past the debris, Muradin, another example, you see him here, or Lucio, is good here, because it allows you to just move between the lanes much faster, maybe set a gank up against the opponent and control those beacons, and then gain control over the middle of the map and just simply take those forts down. And this can be a very snowbally map. Once that you have a lane fort destroyed and the fountain eliminated, it's much easier for you in the next objective phase to control the beacon and then win it right there. So that's pretty much what we're looking for here. The semifinal, by the way, was absolutely incredible. So if you're currently watching this and you haven't watched the semifinal yet, do yourself a favor. Once it is uploaded to YouTube, check it out there. Believe me, the games between the Hardos and Chili Mountain, they were insane. Absolutely insane. So it was incredible. And it makes me just so happy to just have this team in the tournament. So again, it's a bit of a birthday present since today is my birthday. Getting old but happy because, good games. And I hope that this one is also going to be pretty intense, even though I have to admit I would be shocked. I would really be shocked if the blue team could win this one. Now, if they would have told me, listen, we practiced for the last couple of days or for the last 2 weeks and we really feel good with this lineup, we've scrimmed a little bit, that might be a different story. But with them coming out right from the start and admitting that they still need a bit more of a routine, just trying to find a synergy together, I gotta say, taking down Team WoW would be crazy. But of course, they have the talent on the team. I mean, nobody's denying that. But we'll see how far this goes. Anyways, we got Falstad now in, and we also got Rexa. So up at the top, it will be the 1v1 lane between Rexa and maybe Urel? We'll see. But it is interesting. And as it happens, if Bergholt is really playing Rexa right now, it would also open Whoopi up for other choices. Yeah, there comes the chicken again. The turkey. Deathwing is in. There's another Argo skin here, and we got Dainu on Phoenix. Alright, do we see the Planet Cracker here? For the defense against the wave, and also for, additional support with damage on the other side of the map. Always an option. The Whoopster, the last pick. Who are we getting here? Bit more damage would be kind of nice. You can't only rely on Falstad. And it is Alarak! Oh, I haven't seen my boy Alarak in a while. Look at that. Whoopi with Alarak. Guys, I can't know what to say. The drafts that we had in the semifinal were already fantastic. And now we're looking at this and we're starting things off with an Alarak pick. Count me in. So, here we go. Braxis holdout. Map number 1 in the best of 3 series at the grand final of the 9th qualification tournament for the X-Cup Summer. Game number 1, Marke on Falstad for Chili Mountain. We got Breeze on Anubarak, Backhold on Rexa, Whoopi is playing Alarak, and Smexy on Stukov. Heading straight into the reactive Ballistospores here. On the right side of the map, Team Wah with Dequaza on Deathwing, Dainu on Phoenix. We got Zelia on Lucio, Ultralisk on Genji. And Masquerade is playing Murden. Yeah, hopping around, trying to hit those storm bolts here. And let's see who takes the lead. Now, I'm hyped for the Alarak plays. If you have a couple of nice stuns and Alarak can follow up on that, that's of course death ensured pretty much. And, well, talking about death ensured, if that storm bolt hit, it might have been the end of Whoopi. He kind of face checked that a bit, but instead Zelia finds himself on a completely wrong side of that battle. And that turned everything on its head. I don't know what to tell you guys here, but this looked initially as if Whoopi would just travel into certain death, and then in a second it turned to a kill against Zelia. So nicely done. That Stormbolt missing from Masquerade was a big problem, and now they have 2 kills against 0. What the hell? That's kind of crazy. I mean, that's a double kill right at the beginning of the game that gives them a big lead and also some control over the bot lane as they're starting to push this. Are we worried about Team Wah? Not really, right? Considering that in the semi-final too, they lost instantly 1 hero as the games began. Both times it was Masquerade in those instances. But then they turned it very easily in the mid-game. I don't think we have to be too worried about them just yet, but of course it's kind of impressive what Chili Mountain is currently pulling off here. Now, anyways, we got on level 1 the Dragon Soul for Deathwing. And Deathwing with a chicken skin again. I mean, going full turkey on this one, plucked turkey. So, once again, a sad moment for every Deathwing fan because there's so many amazing skins for this one. But I don't think this is one of the good skins, right? Okay. Okay, I thought that you guys would agree, but I wasn't quite sure. But yeah, that settles it pretty much. So, for now, we got our first objective up, and of course it's all about the beacon control. And at the top lane, this is where we get most of the action. Backhol gets attacked very early, Dino wants to put the pressure on, and Dequaza is there too with his Deathwing. The red team is focusing a little bit more on the top beacon, whereas Alarak is now dealing with the camp at the bottom of the map. We haven't seen any progress on either side yet, but this is actually a very good position for Dequaza. I mean, again, he's controlling that quite nicely. Level 4 talents are ready for both of them. Chili Mountain has to lock them in still, and it seems like we have some progress for the red team. Here we go. The negatively charged is into... That's where we have the stacks now coming together for Whoopi. He's gonna try that. And on level 4 also the Thunderbird for Murden, the dwarf right here. Now, all the way up at the top, still our 1 versus 1. Dequaza controls this, and he gets some assist as they are hoping to take Backhol down, who did go into the Hunter-Gatherer here. We had some attempts to go for Animal Husbandry again lately, but not so much in this game. 2 kills to 0 for the blue team. But again, they are falling a bit behind on the objective. It's really too crazy. This is not a winner-takes-all situation, but of course they haven't gotten any points towards their Dino warping out or attempting to and gets interrupted by Stukov. Nice! And that leads to a kill. Well coordinated by a Chili Mountain, and that is 3 kills to 0. Yeah, they put some fire on that mountain, turning it into a volcano here. A level lead, at least for a short period of time. Stacks for our boy Alarak, also on the Sadism, and for Falstad. So, they're getting chased around at the top a bit, but still, with Stukov controlling the bot lane, Whoopi is now sitting there against Masquerade, who tries to bully the front line a bit, but once that Stukov appears, he of course has to fall back here. Not a problem for him. Up at the top, on the other hand, the attempt to pressure and retake that beacon. That's what they're currently trying to do. And the birdie takes some damage, but of course there's no way that you're taking Falstad down just now. Not with those numbers. Down here, Whoopi wants to help out. But look at the red team. They're getting more progress now. And here comes again Stukov with his lurking arm. Good for them. 46 points, 48. They hold this for much longer, guys. This is a problem for Chili Mountain. If they don't get any progress and they are facing against 100% Zerg Wave, that's a big, big deal. Ultralisk jumps in and moves out immediately, but at the top, because of the rotation, the 2 versus 1 situation against Deathwing has now led to the control of the blue team. So Chili Mountain is still trying their best to lock this one in, but now level 7 talents are ready on both sides, and it's the traditional exchange again. But finally a few points. So Chili Mountain has 4 percentage points towards the beacons. Good for them. With level 7 we have got the boomerang. We also, by the way, have a full setup here for our boy Phoenix, as you can see. Breeze trying to dive in for another stun. That doesn't come together. And they're pressuring the bot lane too, so it's a bit more map control that they're getting. But at the top we're seeing a similar picture. The wall has been damaged, Dino is now going for the camp. That would help them a lot to put pressure on Rexa and would force other heroes to move to the top. But here, maybe another kill. Masquerade! That was spicy. That could have been a kill against Muradin, and that would be very, very problematic given the circumstances here. But for now, it's still 54 points to 4. So as it stands, the leading experience is not really all that significant. It's just a couple of kills that they got together. But generally speaking, not a lot happening with this. And now making another play for the beacon. And this is actually really dangerous because the top lane gets pressured. And if Breeze dies, and he does, this could be the first objective. Yeah, they're looking fantastic now because here we go. The objective counts up. Berghult, he has no chance of getting to the beacon, so they have to fight it out at the bottom. They're looking for the kill against Masquerade, and they can't find it. Instead, it's Whoopi that gets attacked. He makes it out. Ultralisk, and he escapes. But the wave is there. The Zerg wave at the bottom of the map is gonna hit, and it's gonna hit hard. So here we have it, the first one, and that's a big one. 100% against pretty much 0. If they can get a kill, and they do. That makes it easier. All right, all right. So, they lock the kill in. That's 4 kills to 1 now. But the wall will still fall, and I assume that they're at least going to lose the fountain. I would be surprised if they can hold the fort, given the onslaught that we see down here. Deathwing is still up at the top, but you can already tell that this is going to do some fair amount of damage. They might save it, on the other hand, now. Yeah? Because of Muradin dying, there was just not enough at the front line, so they fell back. They just said, okay, take the fountain down, take a bit of the sustain away from them. That's already a bit of a win, and then we'll play it out after that. So, yeah, level 10, nearly gonna be there. Oh, it's nearly there. Deathwing taking to the skies. Everybody just like double checking if maybe the boss is being taken. We've seen, especially Chili Mountain in previous games, occasionally trying to sneak it in, you know. The slap for Stukov. X-Strike. Yeah, nothing too fancy. I mean, we got... Are they trying? They seem to be trying. And Breeze knows about it. Breeze saw it. And now it's at 50%. Alright, that's gonna be interesting. You are up against Gust and Cocoon, and you're going for that move? I'm not so sure about that. So, yeah, they're trying to go for it. There's the Gust. And Quasar controls it. Nice. Quasar on Deathwing controls it with his ult, and they lock it in. Good for them. Deathwing got attacked early, but they didn't take him down enough, so they couldn't go for the kill. And now the boss pushes the top, and the rest of the team is active at the bottom as they're looking for a kill against Whoopi. And they're also trying to make a play for the fort, but they lose Genji. No, not like this. So yeah, here's again the boss as they took it. Just to give you guys a bit of an idea. So at the beginning, Gus comes out. Deathwing obviously can't be manhandled like this. And then he just came onto the point with his ult, pushes them away. And that's an easy play then for boss, and therefore some damage at the top fort. But both of the forts are still in the game. So nothing has really been destroyed here outside of the walls. And at the top lane, not even the fountain. But the one thing that worries me slightly is... I mean, you can look at it from like 2 sides, right? Either you can say, well, so far the kills have gone to Chili Mountain. If they continue to kill heroes, they will get a better position in the game as it continues because of increased death timers. You can also make the argument that we are in a position where the red team is ahead in structures and even in experience, despite the fact that they lost 5 heroes and only killed 1. So once that they start killing heroes here on top of what they're already doing, they will easily take control of the game. So that is the one problem that Chili Mountain might face here. But well, for now, what are we getting? Top Fort is in trouble and might fall soon. Over here, the fight. They're going for Masquerade. Deathwing coming in. Marker is low. And they're saving them again. But they don't save Whoopi. No, not this time. Not this time. Breeze is also on the move out, but with the help of Lucio, they should be able to chase him down. And that's the kill. So now, again, full beacon control. And slowly but steadily, the entire game snowballs a bit. It's a slow move, but it could turn into an avalanche soon. Misha is trying to get the point. Masquerade is on it, though. And they are already at 50 percentage points. And Berghult is dead now. Berghult is dead. No chance. And that's a staggered death, too, which makes it even worse. That's another 100-0 wave that we're seeing. 13 is on the board, too. We got the healing static. The fort at the bot lane has already fallen. The one at the top is so low that it's definitely going to be destroyed. This is a big problem for Chili Mountain. Yeah, they have to put in some huge effort in order to bring this game back. If they take a couple of kills, they have a chance. But outside of that, it will be tricky. With them losing control over both lanes and therefore also the beacons, that's a massive, massive issue for them. Bringing this back, nearly impossible. They need kills, and we'll find out if they can get them, because they got good setups. I mean, again, you go in with the stun on Nubarak, you follow up with Alarak, you have always some isolation tools with False, and even Cocoon Gust could be used by them. But it's currently only one team that is really dictating the pace of the game and pushing. And that is the red team. That's Team WoW. Deathwing could come in here too, but they are coming straight through the top now. Yeah, the salvo. Okay. Some damage coming out. Also the interrupt with the stun here. And they are trying to at least save the keep. And they're doing well. The Guardians are the only thing that is still standing here. We have a level 13 talents now on both sides. There's of course still a bit of poke happening. So that keep is down to nearly 50% HP. They're hoping for a kill and they're looking for it. And they might have found it. Maka is able to barrel roll out. Good for him. And Dino escapes as Misha falls. Still some Guardians around and Dequaza looking for another opportunity. But they're just falling back here. Especially with Dino this low. They don't want to risk anything. They have already taken control of the map. And why would they do more at this point? 41,000 damage on Deathwing. The only one that hasn't died yet on the red team. And 25,000 damage for Whoopi on Alarak. So, next objective, soon TM. Boss is up in the middle of the map. Yeah, Dequaza can easily make his way out of this one. Falstad flying in, that's not helping them either. But you can see how aggressive they are now. They know fully well that once level 16 hits for the red team, it's nearly impossible to make a comeback here. So they are trying to chase aggressively anywhere on the map. And yes, Ultralisk just timing away. He's like, help! Need to get out of here. So time is working in favor of Team WoW, but now that they're moving in at the bot lane, they are looking for kills as well. And they get the setup on Marker, who makes it out for a second, but then gets dropped by Genji. Breeze also low. Guys, this is trouble brewing for the blue team. Chili Mountain. Berghult gets dropped. That's a triple kill. Full on control. Boss is up for the taking. There's a wave that is pushing through the top lane already. But they're moving into the middle of the map, as they should, to take the boss down. And they can just drop that thing so quickly with Genji. And that's what they're doing here. 16 to 14, a 2-level lead, 7 kills to 5. They turned it, answering the question, what would happen if the red team starts to take kills on their own? That's exactly what they did, and we are seeing where this is leading. They are murdering them, absolutely murdering them. The bottom lane is now being attacked by a boss. The next objective is soon going to be announced. The top lane can be pressured too. 28 seconds. And with the talent advantage and the full control over the map that they are executing here, Chili Mountain is just a punching ball. Chili Mountain is just sitting there trying to stop the bleeding somehow, and I don't know how they can. How can you win a team fight in this situation where you are on stats alone so far down? Falstad is trying to stop the top lane. Bot lane, again, as mentioned, the boss is moving in. They're waiting for the beacon. They're going for the better safe than sorry play here. They don't want to risk anything, and why would they? So right now, they go at the bottle defense. Everybody is trying to stack up on this one. but it will lead to an advantage on the beacons already, and that is with the level 16 talent advantage for the red team in the first place. 120 sadism, 15 stacks on the negatively charged, camps pushing through the map still, 16 half a level away for Chili Mountain, and top lane gets pushed now. 50% already on the progress. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for them. They can't abandon anything. All of the bushes here get controlled, so vision is fully controlled by the red team. There's no way for Chili Mountain to approach any of the beacons without the red team being fully aware of it. And that's another 100 to 0 Zerg wave. Another 100 to 0 through the bot lane, I might add this time. Top lane, the keep is not going to fall that easily when they could take it. Deathwing playing doggy. Sit. Sit, little Deathwing. Sit. Happy to oblige. Okay, that's 60 talents on both sides. At least it's an even talent fight, but given the pressure through the bot lane, I don't really think that this is going to end well for Chili Mountain. They're eating a ton of damage to the Bailings alone. I mean, Breeze is down to 50% HP and has to tap the fountain here. That keep doesn't stand a chance. The Zerg wave goes through the keep like hot butter through cheese. It doesn't stand a chance, not even for a second. In comes the salvo. Masquerade is a little bit low. They're trying to go for the kill right now, but the problem is that with the X-Strike, they're attempting to go for Batman Bergholt. No. No, he's alive. Rexa is still alive, but look at the core. The core gets attacked. Guardians everywhere. The Ultralisk at the front. The shield is falling. They're trying to defend, but the core is taking damage already, and they are in deep shit. Down to 60% on the core. All that the red team has to do is right-click, find the angle, right-click and go for it, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. This is a win, a victory on map number 1 for Team WoW against Chili Mountain in the grand final of the 9th tournament.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2! The red team in the lead, guys. And, well, they bodied. Now, they are the favorites here. I was already amazed, as I explained earlier, that Chili Mountain made it into the grand final in the first place, and also explained the reason why. Because, obviously, some people look at the lineup and say, like, why are you surprised? And, well, I went over that. But we are heading into our second map. And it is Cursed Hollow, so an interesting one here. And I'm pretty happy about all of this, because now that the last qualification tournament, the 10th tournament, is coming up on Wednesday, the last tournament where you can accumulate points to qualify for the playoffs, we are finding ourselves in a really good spot where some teams are fighting for position within the leaderboard to get a better seed for the playoff bracket, where some teams are still trying to push into the top 8 so that they can qualify for it in the first place, Chili Mountain being a good example here. But yeah, it's pretty impressive. Now again, for all of you that don't really know that, the playoffs are going to take place over 3 days and 4,000 euros are on the line. The entire tournament series is sponsored by a private Heroes of the Storm fan that has been a member of the community ever since Alpha. Beta is a huge fan of the esports scene, and now after HGC has been cancelled, wants to support the scene a little bit, and hence is sponsoring the entire setup here. So big shout out to our Mr. X. We got Cursed Hollow as the map is explained, and Zagara gets banned. So Zagara is banned out, Brightwing is banned, that already shuts down some of the global plays that you can make. Keep Falstad in mind, very likely that Macke is making a play for Falstad here. He really loves to do that. And, well, there's our ban on Nubarak and Lucio. Yeah, if you're going up against the boys over here, against Zelia, Lucio just in general. I mean, there's so many good Lucio players right now. Yasu is insanely annoying on Lucio, but if you, of course, have Zelia, for example, on Lucio, he can also be a huge pain. So, yeah. Junkrat as a first pick for Dino, so some isolation plays, and there's a lot of choke points here on Cursed Hollow that he can use. So, there we go. But let's have a look of what exactly the blue team is starting with. I'm pretty sure that Macke would love to go for Falstad again. So, yeah. There we go. Falstad and Dehaka going full global on this one. Okay. Yep. That one is more than a bit interesting. Because now we could see them with a full-on global play here. Fnatic style. Double, triple global, rotate between the lanes the entire time. Ah, Stitches and Urel. Finally, we get some Stitches plays here. By the way, I can't help myself. These Stitches Teddy skins, they look like shit to me. I can't get excited about them. At first, when I heard about them, I was like, okay, this is kind of funny. But I think they're just insanely ugly. Stitches has some real funny skins. I mean, the Chef Stitches, Psycho Stitches, whatever you want to talk about. But those Teddy skins, they're just so bad. I know that a lot of people just love them. And I always look at this, I'm like, what? I mean, it's not quite on Deathwing Turkey level, but yeah. I mean, Turkey Deathwing is probably the worst skin in the game, or at least it's in the top 3. But the Stitches skins are also like, ugh. Either way, happy that we have Stitches in the game, though. And there's our Uther ban. Now, obviously, you try to ban out the follow-up. Whenever Stitches is going for hooks, Medivh is a bit of a concern for Kidnap combo. Uther, Malfurion, even Tyrande. Anything that can stun and isolate the target after you hit the hook. That's pretty much what you're worried about. And you're worried about Uther in general, of course. Zeratul gets banned, so that Junkrat has a bit of an easier time here. And, well... Are we getting... I mean, Marco could technically also play his Medivh again if they want to take that away. Ana? Smexy on Ana. Oh, Breeze on Tyrael. Okay. Nano boosted Falstad Hinterland Blast after Breeze Tyrael Judgment. It's happening, baby. It's happening. We all know it's happening. Okay, so. Last 2 picks. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. What is Zelia picking? Malfurion? Rhaegar! The doggy duo! Greymane and Rhaegar. Okay. Alter Wadenbeißer. Wooby! Let's go. What are we getting from Wooby? Go Nova. Orbital Strike after Tyrael Judgment. Whoop whoop. No, seriously, there it is, Samuro. We've been actually speculating about this in one of the previous series that they played, but here we have it. Samuro gets played on Cursed Hollow by Wooby. Guys, we're ready. Game number 2 in the series. Let's see if Team War locks in a 2-0 victory against Chili Mountain, or if the boys in blue can force game number 3. Let's go. Chili Mountain against Team Macke on Falstad, Berkult on the Haka. We got Wooby on Samuro, Smexy on Ana, and Breeze on Tyrael. On the right side of the map, Zelia on Rhaegar for the team. We got Masquerade on Stitches currently, Ultralisk on Junkrat, Dainu on Greymane, and Dequaza is playing Urel. So, off we go. Level 1, by the way, the Frequent Flyer. Okay, Muck is going to rack up the miles here. Okay, so, what are we getting with this one? First of all, on level 1, we get the Patchwork Creation. A little bit more heals out of all of this. I'm just hyped for Rhaegar. Rhaegar is not one that you all see all that often. I'm actually hyped for a couple of these guys. Rhaegar is pretty awesome to see in the game. Good for the clear on the mercenary camps, of course. And what I also kind of enjoy is that we have Samuro. Bit of a different style on Falstad too. And that's kind of neat. Now, watching Wooby is going to be fun here. But we have the Wolf Run. That's a pretty quick fly, damn. They thought that they can take Urel down? What? Oh, Marco was just too lazy to walk. He was too lazy, admit it. Yeah, I just wanted to fly topside. Fly like an eagle. And down on this one. Yeah. Mark is not gonna go fly like an eagle. He's gonna go full R. Kelly on us and pee on Urel if this continues. But, well, for now, what we're gonna see is Breeze trying to piss them off a little bit as they're going for the camp and threaten that the rest of the team is gonna join him for an invade. And they are doing exactly that. Wooby is already on the way. Ana is slowly coming in. The threat always being that she's gonna get attacked by Urel. But, yep, they're trying to take this one, and they go for Rhaegar first, and they take him down. With the help of the Haka and the Tong, they're getting him. The camp is still claimed by Team War, but they are able to at least get a kill. Now everybody moving out. Wooby He's gonna die. He's gonna die. And he's dead. But he's not the only one that's gonna fall here, is he now? Smexy's also in trouble, and Urel is jumping in again, taking Grandma down. Breeze is fully isolated from the rest of the team and is attempting to at least get a counter kill, but that's not working either. So now we have 3 kills to 1. Spray game on point after the helping hand hook from Stitches. Nice! Yeah, that was a big fight. 3 kills to 1 in favor of Team Wah. That's one of the big plays, of course, at the beginning. If it works out for you when you invade the opponent's camp and you take the camp and a kill, you are in a great spot. If you lose out on it, then you are in some trouble. It's a high risk, high reward play, and it backfired. That's just pretty much what's there to it. Now, I have the feeling just in general, and I talked about this in the semi-final, that Chili Mountain is also, as a team, just like trying to find where their limits are a little bit. And I think this is part and parcel of exactly that. So they are going a bit more aggressive than they usually would, I suppose. They know that they're up against a very tough opponent here. And since this is the first tournament that they're playing with not a lot of practice time that they had together as a unit, they are just making or going for a few risks that I think in the future we will not see to that extent. But they're paying the price, of course, right now. They lost the bottom fort thanks to that engage. Now they're losing another tribute, or the first tribute here. And it is a problem. There's a lead in experience, and map control is already lost early on. Yeah, Masquerade and his boys, they are aggressively following through with a lot of this. And since we have later on also level 10 abilities that can chunk down a huge amount of HP, that could be another issue. Breeze himself is in trouble, and he goes down. Masquerade nicely played around the sort of justice here on the Druids. So now we have an easy kill against Tyrael, and that leads to a significant advantage in experience and a talent advantage for the red team. Now, they were the favorites here to begin with, but now Wooby is getting hooked up too, and is also completely body blocked, if I'm not mistaken. They're trying to get him out here, gets pinged, and is gonna drop. Samuro is dead, 5 kills to 1. Again, big risk, big reward. It backfired. They didn't take the camp, and they lost 3 heroes. They lost map control, and now they're trailing behind in experience, and catching up on it is going to be difficult. Now, of course, the build changes also for Falstad, since he went into the frequent flyers as level 1 talent. It didn't go for the stacks, so now he can go into secret weapon, which allows him more side lane pressure whenever he's left alone, because he gets the ideal situation for secret weapon that allows him to go for the auto attacks. But the situation still hasn't really changed. There's continued pressure from Team Wah against Chili Mountain, and the blue team is finding themselves in a real defensive position where they're just getting punched out. Make nearly dying. The only reason why he didn't fall is because nobody followed up on the Quasa's move for the birdie. So that's a problem. And at the bottom of the map, they're already going for the next camp. Big brawl up at the top now too. And another problem for Falstad, but he makes it out. Greyman, on the other hand, yeah, he doesn't. Greyman down, the damage over time, eliminating him. Anna, Granny, allowing for the kill. Nicely done. Yeah, full of aggressive game. I like it. Again, it's a little bit different here. Personally, I'm also interested to see if Chili Mountain is able to make it into the top 8. I expected them to get some points together in the first tournament, and once that they qualified for the grand final, I thought, okay, 7 points, that is already a big step towards that goal, and I mean, very, very good result. But if they can bring this to a game number 3, that would be incredible. But they're still down by half a level, and level 10 allows for the boss to be taken, but they themselves reacted at the bot lane, and will now trade boss for boss. So that's pretty much the best case scenario for them, given the circumstances. They also haven't been cursed here, which is another big win. 2 tributes to 1 overall. That, on the other hand, is a bit of an issue, because it seems like the Haka is not going to make it here. The Haka gets attacked, Greyman is in, backhold, and he dies. They had so many interrupts, there was no way for him to get out. But we have level 10, and we get Judgment. That has to be Hinterland Blast. Yeah. Hinterland Blast, Blade Storm, and the Eye of Horus. They're going for it. Full on YOLO. The solo YOLO right here. But they lose the top 4. They're going to lose the one in the mid lane too. Again, some of this is definitely memeing a bit and also testing their limits. if you compare that to what they did in the semifinals, it's a little bit different. I mean, some of these semifinal games, honestly, were just so absolutely incredible that it blew my mind. Real HGC vibes, especially Towers of Doom was just insanity, but even some of the others. Here comes the play though, and they're getting a kill. Greyman is down, so is Anna on the other hand, so that's a problem. Whoopi dies too as Junkrat comes in with a kill. Masquerade is a bit low, but he gets the ancestral healing, and they're engaging again. Breeze is trying to jump in and out. The play against the Haka as Tyrael already gets dropped, 9 kills to 3, and they're going for another one. That is 10 kills to 3, big lead, top side getting completely bullied. The blue team is cursed and they're losing ground in the mid lane too. So yeah, they definitely are having some fun here, but they're of course also realizing that they're not there just yet. Don't get me wrong, the potential of Chili Mountain with this lineup is insane. Absolutely insane. And I think they've proven it already this tournament. Without having a lot of time to practice as a unit, to go for scrims, and to really prepare here, they already made it to the grand final, and they took the Hardos down, which is incredible and very impressive in and of itself. But against Team Wa, you are not able to easily pull through here. As 8-minute keep that we're talking about, Samuro is still not dead. They're going for all of the camps to, for all of the waves too, with the AoE that they have. Marke is trying to get a couple of hits together to also get the reset, of course, on his ult, but that didn't happen. So the first keep is already down. They could go for keep number 2, but instead they're just saying, you know what, why would we go for keep? Let's go for the core. Or maybe not. They're trying to go for the kill down here, and Zelia's down. Yeah, that is the... that's actually Rhaegar gone, and that gives them a chance to save the game for now. Now their top keep has already taken some additional damage, and the core nearly dropped a bit lower as well. The shield was about to be removed. Falset is the only one that hasn't died, by the way. But still. 13 against 14. Now we got our sustained wins. Haven't I talked in the previous series about Blizzard and all of the talents that they have that sound like they're making farting jokes? And that's just another one. The sustained wins... What do we have here? Burning Blade, Way of the Blade. Okay, no wins on Samuro this time. But, yeah. It's just everywhere. Okay. The Silent Killer, you know? We all know the silent ones are the worst. But anyways, Dino, they're going... Yeah. Not like this, Make. They kind of saw you coming from a mile away here. The Hearthstone is not going to work either. But they get the kill against Falset as planned, and that's pretty much the only thing that they really need to accomplish. 12 kills to 4, mad pressure at the bot lane now too, and they are already looking to pressure the keep once again. So that's what they're trying to do here. Try and go straight up for it. Drop the second keep in the game before the 10-minute mark even hits, or at least close to it. But with the defense being set, we could see a kill against Ultralis because Whoopi really wants him, doesn't he? Junkrat is in slight trouble. And, well, here we go. Level 16 talents gives another power advantage to Team Wa as they're going for the play on, the Haka. He's gone, and I think so is the keep. The keep is already at 50% HP, and if you have a Greymane on your team, that's a problem. Yeah, here comes the hit, and he had only one, so that's at least the cooldown down to 20 to 25%. But with the Riptire zoning them out, the keep gets attacked, and they're going to lose this one too. There's a bit of top lane pressure with the Siege Giants that are attempting to take one of the forts down. But that's about it. So all the pressure plays that we're getting at the bottom lane are resulting in keep number 2 being destroyed around the 10-minute mark. Falstad is begging for another Gorge, and he gets it. So, yeah, Make is dead. Gets interrupted on this one. Dino! No way, they're really saving him? Yeah, Whoopi dies. Dino gets saved. And the brawl continues. The full-on fiesta. 19 kills in total. Smexy, Granny, no! Smexy is down. They go for the kills. And they're taking them time and time again here. 16 to 4. We have a 2-level advantage now for the red team. And they are starting to murder it here. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the core too. At least if Greyman is able to survive a bit longer. He's the main damage dealer. And there's Judgment for that very reason. But the Hinterland Blast, that one didn't connect at all. And this is game, everybody. Team Wah with a 2-0 victory and another tournament win here in the qualification tournaments for the X-Cup Summer. GG and well played.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.